Alright guys, welcome back to another prop build video. This one is of a small home within a pre-war barge that would carry supplies on the Great Lakes, mainly to the Maker Factory, to and from. This build took around like an hour and a half to fully make. I didn't spend too much time on it as I just didn't really know what to fully do with it, and I definitely made it way too small than should have been. But yeah. So at the very beginning I was making the base of the ship, as I felt like making a shipwrecked ship would be easier if I made the ship first. Originally I was going to add like a control room, which you'll see I'll begin making pretty soon, right now. But it took, for some reason, a lot longer for me to do it. I don't know why. It should have been super easy, but I just didn't know what to build it with, and then I realized that the ship was too small to then be a cargo ship, so then later on I just completely scrapped it. So after completely scrapping the control room, I then just began making the shipwreck part of the ship. So I split the ship into two parts, one that was more on shore and would be used as like the main covered area that the person would be living in, and then one that's just out in the water. At first I was gonna have it like there was no roof, I don't know, or like no flooring above. I don't know why I thought I did that, so I began making like a tent area with poles and rugs, but it doesn't really look good. The textures overlapped badly, and if I didn't do that, they'd still overlap and be Z fighting then, so later on I completely scrapped this idea and then just went for a floor above and then made like a small area there. So originally my idea was that there was going to be a tent there, the person would just be living in this lower area, but then I just didn't really like the tent, and it didn't make sense why they would have a tent there. Well, it would make some sense, but I just didn't really like it. It took up a lot of room, and I wanted to do something else with it, but I would do that later. So pretty much now I began making like straps or ropes along that would be used to hang their clothing and stuff to dry off. Then began adding some containers that would be used as like cargo to transport cargo. But then I thought of a good idea by just putting the room into that one, which is connected. So yeah, I then had pretty sure I added some ropes this so it could hold, but I got rid of those because that was a dumb idea. Instead I just added supports for it to stay there. And then began decorating it with food, water, and some damaged guns. I also had a little dock area for the person to use their own boat. So yeah, I also gave them a TV, and decided that I tried to connect it to like a satellite dish. A good tip on making satellite dishes is the Harvest and Halloween tables. They work really nice as satellite looking things. So yeah, I think any table does work. And then I left and began using better lighting and did some finishing touches, just adding some garbage bags and other stuff all around, and some more lights. I then began adding foliage, as this is meant to be old, so it makes sense that there'd be foliage on the boat. So I used the flowers from the Harvest and Halloween pack to make like vine looking stuff. And in a minute you will see the sort of showcase.